So let's just say you're selling something that you by chance didn't create yourself. Okay, we call that it's probably most people in the world at this point in time. We call that private label selling, right? So you have to take this product and you have to position it. Okay. A lot of people when they're going into Amazon or e-com or they're advertising on Facebook, they say, okay, well, success leaves clues. It absolutely does. But when you're looking at a product, a lot of people aren't thinking about positioning. They're thinking, okay, well, I'm going to compete against these guys. I'm going to make a product just like them because I see that they're the top seller in this, right? Hold on for just a second. So here. Are you there? Sorry about that. Real estate investment deal going on today too. So there's like people calling through. So sorry, we were talking about positioning. Okay, so for positioning, if you try to copy everybody else, right? Let's say that you're selling in supplements and you're trying to copy Sports Research Institute, which is great brand, great product, right? I see a lot of sellers come in and say, well, we're going to copy Sports Research Institute and we want to copy Genius and we want to copy, all these top dogs, right? You're just going to come across as white noise and you're trying to compete and grab their customers when that's really hard to do because they've already locked those customers down. You have to look at where else in the market you can grab a piece of the market share, right? And I don't mean just, like people were coming in 5 years ago saying, well, my product's organic. My product is all natural. My product is okay, but that's been around for 20 years now. You got to think of something else. What you're thinking of are people's start trying to think in terms of identity. Okay, so when you start with, have you heard of the 5 logical levels? Norm?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So in deep linguistics, what we look at when we're speaking directly to someone's subconscious mind is we look at these things called 5 logical levels, right? And this actually pertains to human change, if you're going to change a behavior, right? So you have higher power, right? Which we don't really mess with a lot with people because we don't, especially on Amazon. And then you have identity, and then you have beliefs, right? And then you have capabilities, and then you have environment. Okay, so when we're looking at positioning a product and we're looking at those last 4 on that 5, I feel like I keep leading it. Okay, there we go. Those last 4 on that 5, we're looking at their identity. Are they a biker? Are they going to get tattoos? Are they, because even a fitness person, right? Someone who's like really into the gym isn't necessarily just into the gym. That's not all of who they are. So if you go to Facebook and you start plugging in the, Facebook, what is it called? The Facebook, they keep changing the name of it, but right now I think it's Facebook Audience Insights, something like that. If you go there, you can go and look at people's other things that they consider part of their identity. So, and you can dig pretty deep on that now too. So if you go to Facebook Audience Insights and you say, okay, I know that this person is into, these 3 fitness, gurus, or they're into this type of fitness. Maybe they're into, maybe they're into Tai Chi, right? What that's going to pull, and you have a product that's going to help with that, right? So you have like these bands that maybe I'm making this up off the top of my head. They help you do perfect formation, right? For Tai Chi or something along those lines. If you type that into Facebook Audience Insights, you'll start seeing that they have other parts of their identity, right? So you start seeing other groups that they're a part of. You can dig down deeper than that and see how active those people are in those groups. And so that starts giving you other ideas for positioning. Because when you're speaking to people, you want to speak to them to their identity first, right? Then you go and you look at the other thing you can do. Oh my gosh, this is such a vast topic. Sorry, I'm over here. Okay,
no problem.
Oh my God, I need a big, like a widescreen camera here, like a bubblefish camera. So the next thing you want to look at beyond identity are their beliefs, right? So their beliefs about themselves, their beliefs about the way the world operates, whether or not they are, and you always want to include things like, are they going towards happiness or are they going away from pain? That's an easy one. Are they the kind of person who needs to see things more than one time? Or are they, instant buyers? There's just, and like I said, I have this in my training program as well. That's why it's 12 hours long. It's like, and that's why I made it free too, because it's a lot for, if someone gets through that, it's like power to the people, like you deserve to know how to do this at that point in time. So look at their identity for positioning. And then, obviously in sales copywriting, we always want to show people how they're capable of doing it, because people's number one fear isn't that they're going to buy a product and it won't work. It's that they're going to buy a product and they can't make it work. Right. So they're worried about them. They're not worried about the product. And that's where people go back and get angry at products, because it's a self-esteem thing. Otherwise, I mean, you don't see a piece of plastic on the ground and you know, get angry at it, right? But if you trip over it, you're pretty angry at it because it's embarrassing. Like I said, it's a self-esteem identity thing. So identity, beliefs, capabilities, and then environment. Most sales copywriters and most sellers, when they're first starting out, they always think in the terms of environment, right? They think, okay, well, you know, traditional psychology, you know, Freudian psychology, pre-Ericksonian psychology, they said, well, you know, it's the environment. If you change the environment, then you change the child, right? Okay, I'm over here. If you change the environment, you change the child. If you change the environment, you can change somebody's entire life. We now know that it comes from the top down, from higher power and identity. And when you shift that, that's what changes their behaviors, their beliefs, everything else in their life, right? That's what creates success. It's not changing the environment that creates success. You can put your kids through French, piano, whatever, but if they don't have their identity set correctly, it's not going to matter, right? Same thing when you're looking at sales copy, or when you're a new seller and you're looking at positioning your product. If you stick down here in environment, you think, okay, well, this is going to change. It's going to just make their kitchen look beautiful. They're going to, you know, take this every day, and it's going to, you know, keep them from eating, right? Let's say it's like a appetite suppressant, right? Or it works with your leptin cycle or whatever, things we can't technically say, but we use the claim, no claim to say them, the claim, no claim language pattern to say them. That's part of environment, right? We're thinking in sales copy like we change their environment, and you do have to hit on that because that's what people believe, right? But there's a lot more to that when you're actually writing a listing that sells, or when you're writing a sales page that sells, or sells a VSL. We've been doing a ton of VSLs lately, you know, sales emails. So, you know, look at all of that when you're going through positioning your product.